You know, I've always threatened, like when my swan song, when I finally go and I stop doing this, I'm gonna have a drink. Gosh darn it.
Why
I'm
not?
hoping it's in 15 or 20 years.
That's right, you're not going anywhere. Let's
No.
not even go there. But you know what we're gonna talk about? You know, our Today Special with Vince Camuto is so wildly popular, and one of the things that Helen talked about at midnight was how comfortable they were, right?
Yes.
And it made me think of these earrings, because when we talk about like heels, it's like a stiletto. Stilettos typically aren't very comfortable, but this reminds me of a stiletto that's sleek, sexy, comfortable, beautiful, glamorous, sparkly. And each little bar is articulated down, so it elongates your face. So if you're like me, I have a particularly round face. I like things that elongate me. This has such simplicity and beauty, but for only $29.90. What an amazing price here. So at 1 11/16 of an inch in the length, they're 0.60 carats. So this is kind of has a nice presence on the ear. But Paul, for the girl who's watching this evening that wants a little simplicity, but a touch of glamour, this is a nice combination of both.
Well, it is. And when we first saw these, they were actually not articulated. It was just a stick style earring, which is also very pretty. But I said, what if it had movement? What if we did stations and that we allowed the sparkle of the stones to even just triple and amp up just a little bit more, because that's what an earring is supposed to do. It's supposed to draw the eye. It's supposed to draw the eye to your ears, catch the light reflects forward and reflects your smile and your eyes. And that's what a good earring does. And that is what these earrings are doing. Now, that articulation and that movement that you're getting gives you that extra bit of sparkle, glamour, fun.
Yeah, these are fun.
They're fun, and they're easy breezy to wear. They're super comfortable. They are, of course, 925 sterling silver and rhodium plated. Clutchbacks, easy to wear, really generous on the back, so they're not hard to put on. And
no, did you see the size of the
exactly.
The butterfly back?
I hate when people
look how big they are.
Scrimp on those because they're so hard to hold.
Yeah.
So I like when they're easy to hold and easy to use.
And when they have that circular back to them, that allows them to sit flush against your ear.
Right.
And that way, if you have a little bit of oversized ear hole, that will allow it to sit flush and really look nice on the earlobe.
I call that a baby piercing, because most women, it's when the baby grabbed your earring.
Oh, ow.
Ow,
yeah.
and you get that elongated piercing. But
or you wore heavy earrings.
Well, that did happen too, didn't it?
That did happen, yeah.
Yes,
that
did.
Yes,
what my friends call their 2-hour earrings.
Oh,
These
yes.
are my 2-hour
It's like shoes
earrings.
too, right? Yeah, these you're going to be able to wear for quite some time. I mean, these are very comfortable. They're not heavy. They're not big. They're not bulky. I think for the woman who is modern, contemporary, you want something that's not overstated, not overdone, not too sparkly, but just something that has presence and that is noticeable. Perhaps this is your earring for you. If you want a little more glam, I have these hoop earrings that are still to come. They're coming up next hour. That if you want a little more sparkle, I have something for you as well, so stay tuned for that. But these are brand new, they're affordable, they're done in precious metal, in sterling silver, rhodium plated, as Paul said. 655804 is your item number, and on 2 flexible payments.
I don't think I mentioned they're 1 3/4 inches in the drop, so they're really substantial in terms of the linear presence that you're getting.
Yes.
But they're so feminine, delicate in the width of them that they're not overwhelming. They're actually, in a way, they're a really super sophisticated earring, but they're also very simple.
Yeah, so we're gonna leave those available. We're moving on. We just want, this is not gonna get a full presentation.
I love this ring.